With a stroke of his pen, President Trump signed an executive order to end birthright citizenship. On his first night in office, Trump signed the Protecting the Meaning and Value of American Citizenship Executive Order. It says it shall be the new policy of the United States that no department or agency shall issue documents recognizing United States citizenship or accept documents issued by state, local, or other governments or authorities purporting to recognize United States citizenship to persons, one, when that person's mother was unlawfully present in the United States and the person's father was not a United States citizen or lawful permanent resident at the time of said person's birth, or two, when that person's mother's presence in the United States was lawful but temporary and the person's father was not a United States citizen or lawful permanent resident at the time of said person's birth. Basically, this order says if you are born in this country to parents who are not here legally, or born to a mother whose presence was lawful but temporary and a father who is not here legally, you do not get automatic U.S. citizenship. And if your state issues you some kind of government birth document and your parents fall into either of those categories, the United States government will not accept it. This policy, according to the order, would apply to any person born within the United States starting after February 20th, 2025. Now, let's back up for a second. We have the 14th Amendment in this country, and Section 1 says, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. That is the amendment that establishes birthright citizenship, and it's been around for more than 150 years. Obviously, no presidential executive order can overturn an amendment of the United States Constitution, but Trump's order attempts to pick it apart by focusing on the phrase subject to the jurisdiction thereof. His order suggests that children of non-citizens are not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States and therefore are not covered by the 14th Amendment. Well, not surprising, less than 24 hours after this order was issued, attorneys general from almost 24 states sued Trump in the federal district courts of Massachusetts and Washington, basically saying, WTF. They actually said, the president has no authority to amend the Constitution or supersede the citizenship clause's grant of citizenship to individuals born in the United States, nor is he empowered by any other constitutional provision or law to determine who shall or shall not be granted United States citizenship at birth. And this lawsuit in the federal court of Massachusetts says the principle of birthright citizenship has been enshrined in the Constitution for more than 150 years. The citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment unambiguously and expressly confers citizenship on all persons born in and subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. The suit goes on to say the Supreme Court and Congress have backed this up. More than 125 years ago, the Supreme Court ruled that the 14th Amendment does entitle a child to automatic citizenship even if the parents of that child are non-citizens. And then Congress codified that understanding into law in the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952. So to change the United States Constitution, you would need 2/3 of both the House and the Senate to propose an amendment, or 2/3 of the state legislatures to ask Congress to call a national convention to propose an amendment. And then whatever amendment it is they agree to must be ratified by 3/4 of the states. That is a heavy lift. Now, President Trump knew by signing this executive order he was welcoming a legal fight. But it is a fight that he told his supporters on the campaign trail that he was going to take on. And he is clearly hoping along the way that some federal court, or maybe even the Supreme Court, will buy his interpretation of the 14th Amendment or rethink the precedent that has been around for more than 100 years. We'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. So if you want to read this executive order for yourself, I will email it out to you in my Facts HQ newsletter, so make sure you sign yourself up.